in my zone, fire in my bones, so best believe it's on. Sweat and tears I've invested in this game, so I lay it on the line because I come to do my thing, I'm on.
What is up? What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great morning, man. It is Monday morning. We are about to get up and at it again this morning. Give everybody a minute to get on in here on this Monday. It's going to be a good Monday morning, guys. Get the week started off right. Get everything moving right. You know, that's kind of the plan here this morning is recovering from this weekend of just the market just not doing us any favors. So let's plan this morning, get everybody's morning started out right, get everybody moving the right way. Ken, good morning. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Good morning to me. But yeah, we're gonna get everybody's day started out right today, Ken. This market didn't do us any favors over the weekend. Had us all looking at the charts, wondering what was going on. But looks like this morning might be a little bit better. But got to be careful because you give everybody a minute to roll in here too, Ken, because you know, a lot of stuff coming up here. But you know, I hope your weekend was good, Ken. Hope your weekend was good. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you was able to relax a little bit and stay out of the charts because they didn't look too good. So I hope you had a good weekend. I just relaxed this weekend. I didn't really do much, but I needed it. Body needed it. I take care of that body. But you know, we'll go ahead, get into it a little bit this morning. Be with you guys for about an hour till about 8:00. So be a good hour. Looks like pre-markets are not looking too bad today. But from how we ended on Friday, it really doesn't take much to be, excuse me, to be in the green. Because man, we got pretty hammered in the stock market and the crypto market on Friday and over the weekend. So yeah, went to a nice Italian restaurant. There you go, Ken. There you go. That's a good weekend right there. Go out to dinner, hang out at an Italian restaurant. You know, that's a good weekend right there. But yeah, we got absolutely hammered over the weekend in the stock on Friday in the stock market and all weekend long in the crypto market. So, you know, so it doesn't really take much to be green on a Monday after we end a week like that. But you know what? We'll take green. We'll take good, solid news. We'll take it. So get into a little bit of what we got coming up here in a minute. Looks like the fear and greed index is at neutral again, right where you expect it to be. But remember, this is that lagging indicator. We don't put a lot of stock in this fear and greed index. It's just kind of one of these ones we look at, but it lags behind the market. XXI, good morning. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you were able to relax a little bit. We're able to do what you wanted to do this weekend. Just telling Ken, stock market and crypto market didn't do us any favors over Friday and over the weekend. So let's hope everybody was able to relax a little bit. But we're sitting at a $1.071 trillion market cap, roughly. You know, not terrible, not great, but not terrible. You know, starting to come up a little bit from the weekend disaster. This weekend we sat around 22,000 for Bitcoin, guys. Most of the weekend, you guys probably know that. You guys were probably in the charts like I was in the charts. Around 22. So it looks like it's starting to try to work its way out of this hole, but you know, we got more news to come from the stock market and from the Feds, which we'll get into here in a second. We'll talk about, but Ethereum sitting around $1,640. You know, this thing was 1,590s, you know, this weekend. So again, the market itself is trying to dig itself out of the hole. BNB sitting around 305. I did pick up some BNB this weekend under $300. So I did pick up some this weekend. I did buy the dip there. You know, I tell you guys every time it gets under 300, I'm buying. So, you know, it was under 3. I think I bought up in the 290 areas, 290, 297, somewhere up in there. But I did add just a little bit. I didn't go all in, didn't go crazy on it, but I did add just a little bit more to my position. So XRP sitting at 37.3. I am going to probably add some more XRP if this thing hits around 36 cents. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more. It's one of these ones I'm just sitting here accumulating every time it hits around this 37, 36 cent mark. I think it's got some more downward pressure in it, so I'm not buying at 37, but I may go ahead and add a little bit at 36. And when you guys will hear me say I'm adding a little bit, which just means like in this market where we are right now, I'm just inching my way into these buys. Like when I say a little bit, like I'm adding very little as we go along. I think there's going to be a monster dip coming here pretty soon. So I'm just kind of adding my way down. Maddox, $1.26. You know, this thing right here, seen it at like this weekend. I seen it at like $1.23, somewhere in there. I did not add any Matic this weekend. I probably will as it goes. I just think that the market's in for a little bit more downward pressure. So I'm kind of holding back on some of this stuff. Matic's one of them. But I will be adding more Matic as this market dips. Even if we're in for a good day today, I don't think it's long term. I think it's one of these ones that we're gonna sit here and hover around a certain this area right here, and then we're gonna dip down. Because of some news that, you know, just because of the state of the economy, the state of the world right now. So we got see what else we're gonna look at this morning. What else do we want to look at? We'll look at I want to look at Bone, guys, because Bone's been on an absolute tear this weekend. It's been one of the few that you can look at and say it's actually had a good weekend. And if you guys been riding with us for a while, you know that we were buying Bone around 30, 35, 32, between 32 and 35 cents. I still hold that. I still hold that Bone that we bought down in there. So we are looking really good on that. We'll go ahead and go to the yearly chart, guys. This thing is absolutely on a monster run. I have my feelings about Bone right now. Bone was $2. Yeah, it went all the way up. Well, there was a spike to Ken where it touched the $3 mark, and obviously came instantly right back down, but it touched it. And when it did that, you know, anybody who was sitting in front of their computer at that point or their trading apps at that point probably made a ton of money. I bought it. Ken, you bought at 30? Yeah, I bought at 32 and I bought at 35. What's up, Awesome in the house? Awesome Austin in the house. But yeah, so Bone's been on an absolute tear this weekend. Good morning, Austin. I hope you're doing well over there, man. Good morning. Good morning. I think it might be good night to you, or something. I don't even know. It's good morning to me. It is early. Morning, Austin. Morning, Ken. Brian, good morning. Good morning, Brian. But yeah, Bone's been on an absolute tear this weekend. It's one of the few that have actually performed this weekend and performed well. Everything else has been really down. But I still hold the Bone that I bought at like 32 and 35 cents. 9 p.m. Austin. Oh, so you just getting into it. So Austin, Ken, what's up? Yeah, so but this thing has absolutely been on a rise. We got the yearly chart up. You can see we were buying down in here. This is like 34 cents. So we were up in here, guys. So I still hold a lot of that Bone that we bought down in here. And I probably will hold it. I know Osm said he's got a $3 range where he's gonna sell, some of his. I'm looking at that more 325, 350, the 325 range. I'll probably sell some, but I think what's going to end up happening with Bone is I think we're going to be on an absolute tear into the Shibuya beta drops. And then I think people will realize that it's a beta. You'll probably see a little bit of a sell-off, which I'm cool with. I'm okay with that. And then you'll when the actual main net comes out, and I think it'll be summer, you'll see this thing go back on an absolute tear again. I think you're going to see a big gain here. I don't see $5 between $5 and $7 being out of range for that when the main net comes out. So I probably will. People will probably think I'm crazy, but I probably will open up a new position on Bone if this thing on the next dip when the beta comes out and everybody realizes that it's just a beta. When it dips, I have it pulling way back then. We'll see how that works out. But if it does, then I'll probably open up a new position, and that'll be my short position. I'll probably open up that short position when that happens. What's up, XXI? Big Armory, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I picked up one H bar and CPX this weekend. You picked up H bar? I looked at H bar Big A. It dropped down to like the low 7-cent range. I think it might have touched 6 at one point. I'm not sure. When I was looking at it was low 7. I thought about picking it up at that point, adding a little bit more to my bag. But what I ended up doing is when BNB touched that 290 something, 290 something, I ended up adding a little bit more BNB to my bag instead. So I just kind of socked that one away. I'm doing laundry. Got to get the towels and stuff. Oh, so you're up late night laundry day for Austin, Brian. Love that H bar. Yeah, H bar is one of them ones I keep saying I'm going to add. I'm going to add more. I have a bag of it. I don't think I have it. I know I don't have enough of it, but I seen BNB dip, and I was like, you know what, this is my play this weekend. So that was my play. What's good, Brian? XXI, Austin, Worldwide Crypto's up this morning. How are you? Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my brother. How are you? I know you are up and probably getting ready to go to work, man. Glad you stopped by this morning. What's good, man? Austin, Big A, yeah. XXI just testing the Pure Wallet. Man, I can't wait for them Pure Wallets to come out with the updates. I think we are going to be pleasantly surprised at what we see. We will get into some MMAI stuff here in a little bit. We got some NFT sales to talk about. So big space coming up on Tuesday night, 7:00. We're gonna close out the NFT sale on this. I'm gonna close it out on the space, I guess. Because that's the last day for the sales. So we're gonna talk about it. Hey, Austin, how's the How's it been? Everybody want to know how Austin's doing, man. Austin, I hope you're doing great out there, man. But loving the new MMAI gaming logos as well. But Bone, guys, Bone is on an absolute tear, guys. This thing right here, I think we're going to see this thing in the top cryptos once that layer 2 Shibarium is dropped. I think you're going to see this thing roll be way up there in the top. One thing you got to remember too is Bone's not listed on a lot of tier 1 exchanges, and I think that's going to change relatively quickly. Is my assumption. I can see some tier 1 exchanges, some big ones that they're not on, really start to list Bone. The volume coming out of this thing is unbelievable, and you know that exchanges love volume. I think you're going to see Bone pop up on a lot of centralized exchanges real quick, which is going to drive that volume. Which you guys know we talk a lot on here. Volume equals price, either good or bad, right? It equals price. So that's what's up. Raphael, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? So you guys got me until about 8 o'clock, and we'll go through some stuff. Korea is the real deal. Korea is the real deal. Their technology over there is unbelievable. But yeah, so we got this market, guys. We're still sitting at about 1 trillion 71 billion. Not too bad. But I'm told you guys earlier when we first started, I'm just kind of anything that I'm adding very little to the bags because I think that this market's going to pull way back. I think that we're in for some negative news moving forward. When you look at these pre-markets, like I said today, it's not hard to be in the green when you got absolutely hammered on Friday, and the stock market got absolutely destroyed on Friday. And that led to the cryptocurrency markets weekend getting absolutely destroyed as well. When we had some negative inflation numbers come out. They came in hot, man, and the job reports are not coming in the Fed's favor. The inflation data is not coming in the Fed's favor. The inflation is not coming down at the rate that they want. It's actually almost what we would call going sideways. So when that happens, I mean, you can't continue to throw 25 basis point rate increases out there. But this is what happens when you print trillions and trillions of dollars of money. And you have to expect these outcomes, right? When you're printing all that money and you're doing all that stuff and you're throwing all the stimulus around, eventually inflation is going to get you. And this is the situation that we're in. The Fed minutes came out as well. The Fed minutes came out long before all this job data and inflation data and all that came out. And there was still a couple people who wanted 50 basis point increase even at that time. I think 50 basis points are going to start gaining a little bit more traction. I'm not ready to call 50 basis points yet and say that that's where we're headed. But what I will say is that it's definitely on the table right now with these numbers, the way that they're coming in, and you have the inflation data coming in and the product inflation data coming in from the industries, and then we'll get the personal pretty soon. New jobs report before the next Fed meeting. So if all that comes in hot, guys, 50 basis points not off the table. And I'll tell you right now, if we get a 50 basis point rate increase in March, you're going to see these markets go straight down. We have some of the worst credit, people using their credit right now. The housing industry is the worst since 2008 right now. So none of this stuff is looking good for the economy itself. So 50 basis points right now is is not is looking more and more like like it's gonna happen. Then you know what I think. Laugh not loud. I know exactly what you think. XXI. You think Bitcoin is going back down to 10K. I just don't see it going all the way back down to 10K. I think that 16.5. I'm gonna stay with 16.5 if we start to pull back and we start to and this data comes in and these 50 basis points happen and we have to actually go back to where we were. I'm sticking with my 16.5. You got it at 10. A lot of people got it at 12. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing it. I have a hard time seeing it going back that low. I really do. But I just think that right now, I'm leaning more and more towards 50 basis point rate increase because none of this is working in their favor. None of this is working in the Fed's favor. And then, a story that not a lot of people talk about that will really affect all these markets is China's actually talking about helping Russia in this Ukraine war. And if that happens, and if they start sending weapons over there, if they start sending weapons over to Ukraine, if China does that, you're gonna see this market. You're gonna see this market go way down. Oh, that's right, XXI. You got it at 10. Waddy's got it you got it at 12. Waddy's got it at 10. My bad. As you guys backed up. I had you guys in reverse. But if China starts to send weapons over to Russia to help with this Ukraine war on the Russian side, then that's going to have a negative impact on this market as well. So these are things that we got to really pay attention to, because if these things start to happen, these markets are really, really, really going dip. So let's go ahead and get our picture. We like to see our picture with our bubbles. We like to look and see if it's green or red. I don't see the market actually performing that well today, to tell you the truth. I don't see us going too much higher than where we are now. There's just not a lot of positive data out there to say that we're going to move higher than what we are. And you can see that right there. This is the daily. So the overseas markets, they liked crypto a little bit as we were sleeping. They didn't go ahead and tank the market. As the United States wakes up and the United States traders wake up, we'll see what they do with it. Like we talk about a lot on here in the morning. The United States, as they start to wake up, they'll either agree or disagree with what the overseas markets did when they were sleeping. They're starting to wake up a little bit. This basically is all overseas trading right here, as we're sleeping. But when you get back over here to the hourly, this is us waking up. I don't even know what this XEM is, but it's up 15.4%, sitting in my face. It must be doing something, but you guys can go research that if you want. But I'm not looking to open up any new positions right now. In any new projects that I'm not invested in already. I don't think the market warrants that right now. But yeah, when we get down to this hourly, you look at it, it's still coming in red, a lot of it. So it's not like the American markets are waking up at this particular hour and getting ready to turn these markets around. So a lot of sideways action from the overseas markets at this point. Good morning, Seiko. How are you? Good morning. I hope everybody had a great weekend, though. I really do. It was a down day. It was a down weekend for the markets and crypto in general. So I hope everybody wasn't sitting in the charts and looking at the charts all weekend long. I hope everybody got out, did something, got out of the charts. Weren't just staring at them all weekend long. Before we get into too much more, I want to remind everybody, and everybody that's in here already knows, that this NFT sale for MMAI is going to end February 28th, guys. When we look at where we're at NFT, NFT sale wise, I really want to hit that 500 mark. I really want to give away that $10,000 to one person. I think it's going to be really, really life changing, not life changing for somebody, but we can put somebody in a better situation than what they are now. And it's a lot of ETH to give away, $10,000 in ETH. I just want to see one of the people from the community that has been here for a long time win that money, and be able to put themselves in a better position than what they were on the 28th. Whatever position they were on the 28th, I'd like to see them be in a better position on the 1st. So if you're holding off on buying a key to the city, and I'm not going to go over everything that it brings, because everybody in here already knows what the key to the city is, what it brings, and what the benefits are. But if you're holding off on buying one, into the last minute, that's go ahead and get it. Go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and get it now. The more and more that people see that they're being sold, the more and more that they may be willing to jump in as well. I personally think that we're doing a pretty damn good job at selling these NFTs in the market that we're in. I think the benefits, it's a once in a lifetime benefit for a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people understand exactly what MMAI is bringing to the table with these NFTs, keys to the city, and also properties. I think that a lot of people are sleeping on them, and a lot of people may be waiting for for the actual properties to be released. Excuse me, on OpenSea, which may not happen. It probably won't happen, and it probably shouldn't happen, to tell you the truth. I think some people are waiting for that, and they're going to be disappointed when they find out that it may not happen. But you to own a piece of property in an upcoming metaverse, it could be invaluable to a lot of people. And it's the first time that I can remember. It's the first time that I know of, I should say, where you're able to own a piece of property and actually get help building it out. I know, XXI might want a store, and he wants to build that out. I want to see him get a store. I want to see him build it out. I want to see him be successful. So, I hope I hope he either does get a store or is able to trade for a store or whatever. But these things right here, we've been over all the details. We've been over all the benefits, and I know you guys understand it. But I guess my charge to you guys is, if you're thinking about getting another one, jump on that, because I don't want to see you guys miss out on waiting for properties that you think might be listed on OpenSea to be listed, and then you miss out. Don't miss your opportunity. Yeah, I want a large store. I know, and I hope you get one. And if you don't, I hope you are able to trade for one too. I'm ready to see what I got. Me too. I'm ready. I'm ready to go ahead and reveal the properties. And I'm waiting for that day to reveal the properties and see what everybody got, including myself. But you guys know, I care about you guys and where you guys are at. So I want to see what you guys got as well. I want to see the property reveal itself, but we're getting close. I mean, we're getting close. What do we have? Tuesday's the 28th, and then after that, it's all about setting up a date, setting up a time, having a party. revealing these properties, figuring out what everybody got, figuring out where we're headed, and starting to build things out. But one thing that's not going to happen is MMAI is not going to stop. Like the NFT sale, after it's over, we're not going to stop. I mean, you guys seen me put out videos this weekend about MMAI's gaming studio. That to me is the next big thing on the radar. And then the wallet coming out with these new updates are big. So no matter what, like this project's moving forward, and rolling out the plans as we move forward, and just continuing to roll things out. So, nothing's stopping MMAI from their, what their roadmap looks like and where they're headed. But more importantly for me, I want them to have to give that $10,000 away to somebody in the community. I want to see them have to give that away. Big Watts, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope your weekend was well. I want to see them have to give that money away to somebody in the community. XXI, Big Watts, all you guys are like, I would love to see you guys end up with, one of you guys or Ken or whoever else is in the community end up with 10 grand. You know what I mean? Like, I know, I would love to see that. That would make my day. So that's why I really push for that 500. I think that's important. But what do we have coming up in this market? We kind of talked about it a little bit, but we have some more data coming in, some more inflation data coming in over the course between now and the Fed meeting, that could really put this market in a negative situation. I think it will. I think the inflation data, I think the jobs reports, the jobs reports, and some earnings are all going to come into the negative side. And I think we're going to see a big downturn. And the one thing that I'm really watching that I don't think a lot of people are watching is just really this China and Russia situation in Ukraine, because this has the potential to ramp up what's going on over there. And and if that happens, I'm telling you guys, the markets are not going to act favorably to that. They're just not. And right now, the markets are banking on, all of the markets are banking on a pivot from the Fed, probably late 2023. And I asked you guys this question last week, and I'll ask you guys again. What happens if the Fed doesn't meet their number of 2%, 2.5%? And what's going to happen if they don't meet it by the end of 2023? They're not going to pivot. They've already said that. They're not going to back off of that number. So how do you think that the markets are going to react to that? Daniel, that game cover they dropped. Man, that game cover they dropped was a freaking amazing. And I think that XXI, that game cover, I think I don't have any insider information. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. What I'm talking about is strictly speculation, but I think that that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't think that you've seen anything yet. So Big Watch. A lot of you guys think I have like this big, huge insider information. I really don't. I'm just telling you, like, I just don't think that I think that when you drop a game cover like that, you already know you're following that up with something bigger. So that game cover was amazing. I don't like the smell of the China Russia relations. I don't like it either, Big Watch. And I think it's one of these stories that are it's under reported and people don't put enough significance on it. But if China is going to start supplying Russia with weapons for the Ukraine war, it's not going to go well. It's just not going to go well. Good morning, Keltra. Good morning. It's just, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. You know, all hell will break loose. You're not lying. I think so. XXI, all hell's gonna break loose. You know, I mean, when you think about it, how do you think NATO is gonna react to that? I mean, I know that Ukraine's not a part of NATO, but you know, when you look at it, NATO is over there assisting, you know, with weapons for Ukraine and things like that, and a lot of these other countries are over there and they're helping out. And then all of a sudden, China drops in and starts to help the other side. You know, how do you think NATO's going to react to that? I don't think they're going to react favorably to that situation. But quite frankly, guys, to be honest with you, I don't think China gives a damn, to tell you the truth. I don't think they care. I think they want this conflict, you know. So they know the ramifications of doing that, and they don't care. But the markets will care. Across the world, not just in the United States markets, but across the world, they'll have a negative impact. It'll have a negative impact on all the markets, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at with it, and I just think it's like one of these underreported things. China's economy is already not doing well. They will be man, that jumped on me. Can't read that. Big A, I agree. You know, I think, you know, their economy is not doing well over there. They've been in lockdown for a long time. They're having problems, which is one of the reasons why we're having problems over here, is because, you know, they're having problems over there. But I don't know. It's a scary situation. Big A, what do you think? I mean, do you think that China is going to go ahead and do that? You think they're going to supply Russia with weapons? I mean, people don't realize that China spent $50 billion just in oil purchases from Russia last year. 50 billion. So I mean, they're already kind of supporting the whole Russia. They're supporting a lot of the Russian economy, and the more and more sanctions that the United States and the European nations put on Russia, China's just picking up the slack with that. Like they're the ones that are offsetting, you know, whatever sanctions we put on them. So, you know, this relationship is getting to be very interesting between Russia and China, and how it's going to affect this war on Ukraine moving forward. So, Hector, good morning. So, I mean, but you're going to see this in the economy, guys. You're going to see this. If it happens, you're going to see it in the cryptocurrency market. You're going to see it everywhere. So, you know, just be prepared for that. You know, like watch it, listen to it, figure out what's going on, be prepared for it. This is why I've been saying to you guys for months, between this inflation data, between these jobs reports, between what's going on in Ukraine, and between this whole economy across the world, you know, cash is a position. You know, everybody tells you, you know, don't. Cash is not a position. A lot of people will say, I'm telling you, cash is a position. You cannot DCA into your projects. You cannot buy new projects. You cannot buy the market when it's down if you don't have cash. If you're 100% invested into the market with no spendable cash on the side, how are you going to buy the market when it goes down? You can't. So, that's why I tell you, have some cash on the side, guys. Good morning, guys. Tim Ski, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning, guys. Do you guys think this C19, the C19? Damn, you guys just jumped on me again. The C19 negative flips. Flip is, I don't know, Timsky. I don't know. You guys can go in on that, but I don't know. But yeah, so have cash on the side, guys. Really do have cash, because cash is gonna be king pretty soon. This market cap is usually, we either go up or down as we're on here this early in the morning, but right now, it's really trading sideways. 1,071 billion. It's been trading like that since we got on here. It's so not a lot's changed. So want to get into this layer 2 blockchain from Coinbase, right? I think we got to talk about this, because this is probably one of the hottest things going right now. This layer 2. What is the expect? what is the expendable cash you speak? I right now, Timsky, like I've said on here before, like I'm like 60-40, right? I'm like 60% of my expendable cash is in the market, 40% is out. So that's kind of how my portfolio looks right now. It was 80-20 before. I ended up pulling some out, so it's probably about 60-40. It's kind of where my portfolio looks right now. I got about 40% of my expendable cash sitting on the sidelines, just kind of waiting. And I expect it to be like that until the next downturn, and then I'll probably go 80-20, somewhere in there. So, but right now about 60-40, about 40% of the money that I want to invest is just kind of hanging out. It's not in the market. It's just kind of hanging out in cash, just because I think I think there's going to be a lot, Timsky. I think there's going to be a lot of bargains right up in here in these areas, in these top 100 in the very near future. I think there's going to be a lot of bargains, guys. I'll give you guys an example. If this market bottoms out and Polygon goes under $1 again, who's not jumping on that, right? And that's a very strong possibility. When you look at Polygon right now, and you look at it over a 3-month period of time, we went on this big run right here, and we got up to about $1.50. But when you look at when Bitcoin was down, when it was down to the levels that we're talking about it going back down to, you were talking about Polygon 70 cents, 80 cents, somewhere up in there. So if it gets back down to these levels again, and you don't have enough cash in your portfolio to cash in on this particular dip right here, come the bull run, you're gonna be. I have a feeling you're gonna be kicking yourself. You're gonna be kicking yourself. You know, um, and that's just one example, right? Do I see Polygon going back down to the 50 cent level, kind of where we bought into it? Probably not, because I don't see the market dropping as low as like Wadi and XXI and them guys have it going. But that's not out of the realm of possibility either. I mean, you go over here, you look at BNB. We'll pull BNB back 3 months as well. You know, look at these drops in here when Bitcoin was way down. You're talking $236. You're buying BNB up in here for $236. Like, you gotta have money to do that. You gotta have money sitting on the side to do that, or you're gonna miss out on the opportunity. So that's why I tell you guys that. So I hope that answers your question, Timsky. That's a long answer to a short question. But yeah, I'm about 60-40 right now. And if that dip happens, I'll probably be 80-20. I just tell you guys that straight up. I'll probably be like 80-20. So we got this layer 2 blockchain that Coinbase is putting out. I was going to share this video with you guys, but I think we're running up on our time here, so I don't want to waste all of our time watching the video. But this article is from CoinDesk. I suggest you guys go back and read this. This layer 2 blockchain that Coinbase is rolling out is a very unique move for Coinbase, right? This Coinbase move, you think about where Coinbase is at, right? Coinbase is traded on the New York Stock Exchange, so they're very limited in what they can do, right? Because they're regulated by New York Stock Exchange, right? They already have a portion of their business, which is a custodian piece, right? They custodiate. They are custodians for like BlackRock, people like that. As far as cryptocurrency goes, that they rolled that deal out a while ago, and now they're starting to roll out a layer 2 blockchain, and they're calling it a super chain, right? Because they're starting to talk about interoperability, which, if you listen to Awesome, myself, man, my throat is dry this morning. If you listen to Awesome, myself, and everybody else, interoperability is the key. And any blockchain is coming out. Any blockchain is coming out that doesn't have interoperability probably will not make it in the long run. And Coinbase is talking about becoming a super chain, right? With interoperability. And they're not going to roll out a token. So there's this token out there that's called Base. Don't get caught up in the hype. That is not Coinbase's token. They are not going to roll out their own token because of some SEC stuff that they don't want to get caught up in that whole SEC thing. They're going to use Ethereum. They're going to make it easy for developers to build dApps on top of it, right? So when Coinbase rolls this out, and you look at where Coinbase is, right? The SEC has hit a lot of centralized platforms like Kraken and things like that, and centralized exchanges like that for staking, right? They hit them a lot for staking. What does Coinbase do? They have a staking platform. Will they start to roll over a lot of their businesses to the decentralized side of their blockchain? That I think they will. I know a lot of people may not see that, but I can see their whole staking platform going to DeFi. Because the United States, considers staking a security. But I can see them rolling a lot of what they have going on over to DeFi to try to get around a lot of these regulations. But Coinbase didn't roll this layer 2 out just for no apparent reason whatsoever. They have plans. They have big plans for this layer 2. And layer 2s are the future. Why go build a layer 1 from the ground up when you can build a layer 2 right on top of Ethereum, have the security that Ethereum gives you, and also be able to use your Ethereum for gas, right? Which Coinbase is doing. And not a lot of layer 2s are doing that. I necessarily don't agree with that. I wouldn't have done that if I rolled out a layer 2, but Coinbase knows more than we know. So there's a reason why they're doing it. This XRP case is it's SEC. The XRP case needs to come to an end. We need to figure this out. It needs to come to an end pretty quick. It's bogging the whole thing down. And I think the SEC knows that they're going to lose. So what they're doing is they're throwing darts at the dartboard. They're just going after everybody. And they're hoping that they can get some good publicity, good news coverage out of the people that they're going after. I mean, really, they went after Paul Pierce, right? What does that really do for the space? That doesn't really do anything. That's a headline grab. They went after Kim Kardashian. That's a headline grab. That doesn't really do much for any type of regulation, any type of anything in the space. So we'll see. I mean, they settled with Kraken. A lot of the problems with the SEC, I'll go on my rant right now, is that they have an unlimited supply of money to fight you as a business, because they're the government. They have an unlimited supply of money. They can just keep throwing money at a problem, right? And just keep dragging these things out in court and ultimately the dollar sign at the end of it doesn't mean anything because the taxpayers are just paying the bill anyways. So where businesses, they don't have that endless supply of money. They can't keep going to court for years and years and years to continue to fight the SEC over this nonsense that the SEC puts out there. So what the SEC does is they make you settle out of court, because if they don't, they'll break you. Like they'll make your company go bankrupt. They'll just break you. So it's like this bully that's sitting in the ring, and he's just bullying you until you just have nothing left. Like your company literally has nothing left. I mean, you look at Ripple, right? When you look at Ripple as a company, how long do you think that the board of trustees are going to allow this thing to play out and just keep ciphering money off the top of their company before they're like, you know what, we just have to settle because this thing's hurting our balance sheets, right? So, and this is what the SEC does. It's not that Kraken did anything wrong. It's that they didn't have the money to fight the SEC. What happens if the market just doesn't care about the inflation and jobs data? Timsky, what happens? You'll get a big, huge pump up, and then you'll get a dump because the markets can't support it. The markets won't be able to support the big, huge pump. Eventually, it'll hit the markets. Eventually, it will, because in order for the markets to pump, people have to have money to put into the markets. And if they don't have any money on the side to put into the markets, then the markets can't go up or down. They'll go down, they can't go up. So without expendable money, that they're going to tank the markets. Good morning, Big Rob. Good morning. Getting ready for that space today. I'm ready to come join you. Say go, Dr. Rob, Ken, say go Hunt. What's up? Yeah, Ozum was in the house, Dr. Rob. Brian, Selmo, ODL, and as far as interoperability goes, yeah, Coinbase interoperability. I mean, listen, if you're starting a blockchain right now, and you don't have interoperability, right? Your blockchain will fail. It'll fail. You have to. It's one of these how cryptocurrency and blockchain development, not even cryptocurrency, just blockchain development in general, as it moves forward and it starts to grow itself into more and more platforms and more different businesses, you have to be able to be interoperable. And this is part of the evolution of the blockchain. The more and more people that are using it, the more and more businesses that are using it, the more and more that it starts to become widely adopted. You can't have people and businesses needing to build on 3 or 4 different blockchains in order to conduct their business the way that they need to conduct their business. They need to be able to talk in between these blockchains. So you, if you want to get mass adoption, then you have to have interoperable blockchains. And that's why everybody's hitting on that. It's not by accident, that people are talking about this. They see the same thing that we see. So if you're on a blockchain right now, or you're invested in a blockchain and they're not talking about interoperability, then you may want to look elsewhere. Um, do you guys think Fidelity will ever get a blockchain? Um, do I think Fidelity will ever get a blockchain? I don't think that these big brokerage firms are really looking at developing their own blockchains. Who knows what the future holds, right? But what I do think is that these big brokerage firms will become your biggest centralized exchanges in the very near future. They will. I mean, in my opinion, and people think I'm nuts. I think you're going to see Binance, Crypto.com, um, you know, the big ones, right? The bigger centralized exchanges be around. And I don't want to name them all. They're like KuCoin, like the bigger ones, right? All them tier ones have a lot of volume, going through them, a lot of overseas volume going through them. And then you're going to see in the United States, you're going to see right behind them or either right above them, you're going to start seeing Fidelity, JP Morgan, people like that are going to be either your biggest or your next biggest right behind them tier ones, as centralized exchanges, because they're not going to. There's some SEC drama, huge, and they've already came out down. There's a lot of them. When you look at the amount of volume that Coinbase's centralized exchange brings in, and when you think about how centralized exchange, and you have a Coinbase wallet, it'll allow you to connect you. So what's going to happen as they roll out their own layer 2? You know that they're going to connect a lot of that stuff back to the Coinbase centralized exchange. If they can't do it on a centralized exchange like staking or something like that, it's just going to automatically direct you to the layer 2 to use to go these into their layer 2 as well. And as these guys continue to build dApps on top of this, like who wouldn't want to, right? There you go. There's my new sign right there. Hit the damn stream and hit the sub button right there. You see that? You like that, Dr. Rock? But so make sure that you guys take care. I mean, watch it. Um, So here's what we have. I'm gonna let you guys go, but here's what we have coming up over the next couple of days, guys. Of course, I'll be on here in the morning. And you have Dr. Rob's Twitter space today. I gotta look at my phone. Are you going back to mornings, Dr. Rob? I thought I seen that yesterday, but you have Dr. Rob Twitter space, and then we're gonna have mine and Waddy's Twitter space on Tuesday night. We are going to talk about MMAI's NFT sale, the key to the city, because that's going to be the last day. Like we talked about earlier, that's the last day to buy it. So we'll be covering some of that. We'll be covering some of that. And well, not some of it. We're going to be covering a lot of it, you know. So all right, I'm looking right now. So you're at 7. So Dr. Rob's at 7 p.m. tonight, guys. Set your reminders. We're going to be covering that 1 day left for the preset. I mean for the sale of the NFT sale. So I'm pretty sure we'll get into some other stuff, but make sure you guys set your guys reminders for that. Make sure that we have the following day, me and Waddy at 7. Set your reminders for that. You have me in the morning. You have Waddy at 7 p.m. I think he may go at 6 now. I'm not sure. I gotta ask him. But you got Waddy at night. You got Dr. Crypto's space at 7. We have Austin at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time doing his stream. There's a lot going on in between these time frames. So let me catch up on this chat real quick before I leave. But that looks to be like the schedule, guys. I know Space Chick has something coming out too, either today or tomorrow on her YouTube channel. I got to go back and look and see what time. But she put something out yesterday for her stream. So she has something coming up too. So go check out Space Chick's YouTube as well. Dr. Rob, I still can't locate you. Ken, you can't locate Dr. Rob on Twitter? He did change his profile picture though. Can you post the link? Ken, let me Ken, I'll inbox you. If you send me a message on Twitter, I will inbox you Dr. Rob's Twitter address, Twitter page. Tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Okay. Is that YouTube, Dr. Rob, or is that Space Chick? I gotta look that up. I don't get on YouTube, but the link is on my. Okay, Ken, you talking about YouTube? Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about Twitter. I was about to say you can't find Dr. Rob on Twitter, man. We can fix that real quick. So, but yeah, so that's the schedule, guys. But again, a lot of you guys on here, we're not gonna go over the MMAI NFTs in detail. A lot of you guys already are in it. A lot of you guys already know about the benefits, but I would love for us to get to 500. Like I said, I really want somebody in the community to get $10,000 in ETH, guys. I really do. I really think, the community has been strong. The community has been there for MMAI since day one. And I would love to see somebody benefit 10K, from being a strong community member. I really would. I want to see MMAI give somebody 10K, guys. I really do. One of our loyal communities. I really one of our loyal community members. I really want to see it. And when we do hit that 500, I hope whoever wins that 10,000 is somebody who's been here for a while, and somebody who's really been out there taking care of MMAI from a positivity standpoint and really, supporting the project and showing up. But I want to see them guys give away 10,000. So I'm on tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 11:30. Okay. That's okay. So Dr. Rob is on tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 11:30, guys. So there it is. I mean, so you guys got like the next 2 days of breakdown. Me in the morning, Dr. Rob at 7 p.m. tonight. Don't forget about Wadi. I think he might go a little early tonight. And then tomorrow you have me in the morning, Dr. Rob at 11:30. I believe Space Chick's gonna do something in between. And you have me at 7, me and Wadi at 7 on Twitter, and Awesome Austin every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's a lot going on there for you guys to get all the information that you guys need. You guys should have $50 buy-in poker. I don't do the whole poker setup, Seiko. You're gonna have to talk to Wadi and Chaka about that. I'm that's their field of expertise. I stay out of that. But so with like that's what I want to see from the community though. I want to see that I want to see us get to that 500 mark, guys. But nonetheless, go check out the video I put together about MMAI's gaming studios. New logos came out late last night after I put the video together, of course. Thanks, Austin. But new logos came out, man. Some new gaming information came out yesterday on Awesome Stream. Go check that out if you missed it, because there's some great stuff going on with MMAI gaming. I'll probably be updating my video here within the next couple of days with that new stuff. But go check that stuff out. Come to the spaces, chill with us, hang out with us, hit that like button on your way out. Hey, Tim Shea, the crypto commissioner, hey, you coming in at the end? Man. Tim. Oh no, Tim. Wish you were here like a half hour earlier. But we got the crypto commissioner, Tim Shea, in the house. Tune into the Twitter spaces, tune into the live streams, tune into all that, man. Let's take care of each other. Let's make sure that you guys are taking care of your money. Watch your money, watch the market, man. Be safe. Know that this market is probably due for another downturn here pretty soon. Have some money on the side. Remember, cash is a position in these times, guys. Don't be 100% in this market where you cannot DCA in. All right, Tim. Every morning I'm here. Do not be 100% in this market where you cannot DC your way in, guys. And like Tim Shea says, the crypto commissioner, get your damn keys, man. Get your keys and hit that like button on the way out and sub if you already haven't. So, but with that, guys, I'll see you guys in the chats today as I'm in and out of meetings. I'll see you guys in the chat. And I will see you guys 7 p.m. tonight on Dr. Crypto's Twitter space. It should be a live one. It should be a good one. So with that, you guys have a great morning. Be safe out there. Only invest in good, solid projects. Don't throw your money away, and make sure that you're making the right moves and you're keeping your money safe and you're looking at building wealth for you and your family. And if that's not the goal and if that's not the plan, make sure you reevaluate what you're doing, because ultimately that's what we're trying to do here. So Everybody have a great morning. Appreciate you. And I will see you around the YouTube and Twitter space. All right.